Hey guys, Danny Johnson here, and I wanted to make a quick video about the taillights. As you see, they start to go black on the inside, and what that is the chrome finish just flaking off from getting corroded, especially if condensation is getting in there. So you see it looks black on the inside, and people have asked how easy is it just to remove the lens and fix it. And so you really don't have a lot of options other than repainting the inside of it silver again, or replacing it. I know on some of the amber taillights, people want to save those. So I went with the traditional method. I removed the taillight, of course, removed the harness from it, and put it in the oven. So they say to bake it at 270 degrees for about 7 minutes. And so we went ahead and did that just to kind of see if you could soften it up and separate the lens from it. And so when it came out, something I want to mention is, yes, it's warm. So of course, make sure you're wearing some good gloves for this and oven mitts, everything like that. It's going to be super hot. But what I noticed is, as you look at it right now, they're already starting to deform. So also, as you handle it, look how easy this is. As I barely push on it, it collapses. So I don't think that's a good method because, I mean, as soon as you touch it, you're going to ruin it and deform it. And so anyway, I went through and tried separating this with screwdrivers and knives and everything, and they really don't want to come apart. I put them back in the oven again to see if they would soften up a little bit more, but the glue that they use just is really stiff on these. So I went through and gave it a good go, prying at it, and you're really going to just tear them up. I then thought, a better way is probably a heat gun, so you're only applying heat to where you want it. With that and a little scraper here, I was able to kind of get in a little bit better, but still not enough to separate the taillights. They're not going to come apart easy. And so up here in this ridge as well, you can see I just started melting it and using the heat gun to try to get in. So just if you're going to do this method, you're probably going to ruin the stock housing if the lens is the only thing that you want to keep. I took a soldering iron, as you can see, and that kind of helped too. But in the end, I used a Dremel. And be careful with this. You should have gloves on and protective equipment. I was at least wearing safety glasses, but it was just making a mess and getting plastic everywhere. But that is an option to go around the head or the tail light here and cut it all up. And so in the end, here it is. You can finally break it away, but again, this is super messy. And if you just look at the glue residue that was left behind from the factory and prying these apart, it's not worth it. Get another set of taillights. If they're the amber taillights, probably just maybe try to paint them from the inside without taking them apart. But you can see this is what the lens looks like as it separates, and you can just see how much glue they use on the factory here. It's pretty tough. So it would be a huge undertaking to remove this, smooth it all out, make sure it's going to match up to another set of chrome tail lights if you were getting a donor set. Some people want to take the amber tail lights, remove the lens, and then use the stock one to kind of put them back together looking clean again. But it's really, I don't think it's going to work very well unless you take a lot more time on it. I just kind of burned through this to see how easy it was to take apart, and it was not easy at all. It ended up just really destroying the lens and the housing, and I wouldn't want to be trying to seal this back together. So anyway, this is what it looks like. You can see the chrome is kind of peeling off. I would just suggest trying to get in there through that hole and paint some more chrome onto it. You can see how deformed this got just handling it. Not a good idea. So anyway, this is my 2 cents. Other people may have had better luck than I have. And put in the comments if you've repaired them and what you think. But my opinion is get a new set of taillights. You can still find OEM ones for sale, which I would prefer, for sale secondhand. And anyway, just wanted to do this project. I had some people request it, and so here it is. So thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and drop a comment. Thanks, guys.